Hey, what's up? My name is Samuel Leeds, and in this video, I'm going to answer your property investment questions. So please comment your questions below in the comments, and I'm going to do my very best to answer your questions as best I can. I've done over 300 property deals, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to property. And why will you face a problem alone when I've probably already experienced the same problem? Let me answer your questions. So let's see what questions we've got. By the way, if you like my channel, if you're new to my channel, or if you're old to my channel, do me a favor, smash the like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, man, if I know that you're not subscribed, I'm gonna answer it. I'll still answer your question, but I'm gonna answer it with resentment. So do me a massive favor, subscribe to the channel, and then when you comment your questions, you can do it knowing that you're a subscriber. I can answer knowing you're a subscriber. So I'm gonna assume these people are subscribers. If you're not, subscribe. Welsh Men Trader Crypto says, hi, question for your next Q&A. Here we are, this is it. I'm looking to invest in property in my local area of the Welsh Valleys. Due to the rule changes, you've said it's best to have property in a limited company instead of your personal name. Correct. As an individual, I have good credit rating and cash flow. How difficult is it though to start buying property in a brand new limited company when there's no credit history or cash flow? That's a really good question. I hope you're a subscriber and I'll answer it. And I got good news for you, Welsh Men Trader Crypto, whatever your name is. Here's the good news. If I was answering this question a few years ago, this is why it's so important to get current up-to-date information, I would have said it's a problem. You know, if you want to set a company up and buy a house through that company, they're going to do company checks, they're going to check the credit history, all that kind of stuff. Now, 2020, it's different. Now you can set up a company, a brand new company, tomorrow, for £15 on company's house. And then the following day, you can buy a property through that company, no credit checks on the company whatsoever. It's a brand new company, no problem. If you, the person, will be a guarantor to the company. That's how it works. The reason they changed the rules, by the way, was because of Section 24, what they've been phasing in since 2016. And they changed the rules because everyone was saying, oh man, we need to buy through companies. So we need to set companies. But then it's difficult buying through companies, so now they made it really easy. So yeah, that's the good news. I hope you're a subscriber. Subscribe. Rico Friesen says, shout out to the TikTok that led me to your page. I'm definitely going to stick around. Thanks, man. I love TikTok videos. I'm doing TikTok videos almost as often as YouTube videos these days. So I'm glad you found me on TikTok. That's awesome. Candy, any book recommendations to read for a beginner wanting to learn the basics? Just finished Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was an amazing read, and now I need another few to read. Cheers, Ben. There was this one book. What was it called? It was called something like Buy Low, Rent High, or something like that. I don't remember who the author was, but if you go onto Amazon and you type in Buy Low, Rent High, the book will come up. Get that book. Like that. I wouldn't say it's better than Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because that is a real classic, but it's a really good book. Okay, Joe Sumner says, hope you're well. My question is, do mortgage lenders still use the 6-month rule, or are you able to refinance a property sooner than 6 months after you purchased it? Thanks, keep up the brilliant work, you're a legend. Joe Sumner, thank you so much for your message. Again, if you'd have asked me that question a few years ago, I'd have said, yeah, there's a 6-month rule. You buy a house, you got to wait 6 months before you refinance it. However, 2020, boop, 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 shake a rule, oh! No, the 6-month rule has been scrapped by some lenders. So now there are lenders such as, I don't want to name them because I'm not like a mortgage broker and it always changes, but I know Kent Reliance, for example, will let you refinance before 6 months. Precise Mortgages, I think, will also do it. So there are lenders. You will be limited. So you might end up paying a slightly higher rate, but you can refinance immediately. As soon as you've added the value, you can refinance now. But speak to a broker because I am not a mortgage advisor. Suraj says, hey bro, what's happening bro? For a first property, would you suggest the BRR strategy or would you just go for a simple buy-to-let? The BRR strategy can be a simple buy-to-let. Kind of. Not exactly. So I would do the BRR strategy, which is where you buy a house, refurbish it, refinance it within less than 6 months if you want, and then rent it. But then you're going to get a new mortgage on the property. The problem is with just straightforward buy-to-let, Suraj, is that you're tying up your money. You know, if you've saved so hard for £50,000, you don't want to take that 50 grand and just dump it in a property and rent it out. You want to put it in a property where the property's got a problem, and you want to fix the problem and force the value up. And then you want to refinance against that new high value within less than 6 months potentially, and pull your deposit back out. It's just smarter. So I would do that, but get the right education when you do that, because you want to make sure that you know how to get the best purchase price, the best refurb cost. You can predict the end value. You can fix the problem. You don't inherit a problem that is too big for you to handle, but that's a much smarter way to invest. Rory Collins! What would you suggest to someone that has bad credit? Dun, dun, dun! The bad credit man is here. Don't worry, I know a lot of people that have got bad credit, but wants their first property to be a buy-to-let. So listen, Rory. Listen, Rory Collins, if you've got bad credit, the first thing that you should do is don't take yourself out the game, okay? You can do this. If you've got bad credit, number one, try and get your credit better. Namely, find out why it's bad, okay? Is it bad because you... I've had this situation where I've had a mobile phone and from like a year ago, there was a bill or something that wasn't paid by mistake. And I've gone to get a mortgage and it's flagged up. I'm like, what? What's the reason for the not so great credit? And I've investigated it and I found out, oh, it's because I owe T-Mobile like £3.50. My goodness. Go around T-Mobile. Oi, have you £3.50? Get off my records. You know, so if you've got bad credit, find out why the credit is bad and can you fix it. Usually you can fix it, even if it might take some time, it might take months to fix. Second is if you've got bad credit, think maybe could you get a property, but could you do it with somebody else as well? Have you got a partner? You know, there's something called tenants in common where you can put somebody else on the mortgage. And then if they've got good credit, but you're too young or you've got bad credit or you can always refinance them off later. Speak to your mortgage broker about tenants in common. Or take on an existing mortgage with a lease option agreement. Buy a house now, but pay for it later. Pay for it in 5 years' time. And then in that 5 years, you can save the deposit and you can get your credit sorted. But you can start benefiting from the capital appreciation and the rent right away. Right away. I love things happening right away. So don't just say, I got bad credit. Now, well, if I had bad credit, do you think I'd be slowing down? Do you think I'd be saying, well, let me just continue in my job and just wait for my credit to get better? No, entrepreneurs don't wait for things to happen. They go get it. They go make it happen. I hope that helps. Reese Nibbs. How do you know how much to offer for a house? As they're usually up for more than they're worth. E.g., I could think I'm getting a good deal if I purchase on 10% below what it's up for, but actually that's probably what the house was worth anyway. That's a really good question. That's why I always say the market value and the asking price are two different things. Joe Lycett took the mickey out of me for saying this on Channel 4. He came to my event, he came to my crash course, and I said, guys, the asking price is what they're asking for, but the market value is what it's actually worth. And let me explain the difference. And Channel 4 took a little snippet of me saying, the asking price is what they're asking for. And then put that on Channel 4 as if I just state obvious facts. But actually, I'm sure people like Joe Lycett don't have a clue. They'll go on Rightmove and think, oh, it's on for 100 grand, so I'll offer 90 grand. But it's only worth 90 grand. Because the asking price simply means that's what they're asking. So you're correct. Smart. What was your name again? Reese. Someone needs to give Reese a biscuit. Because you're smart, Reese. So you need to figure out how to work out, forget the asking price, the true, not just the market value, but the true current market value. The market value today in its current condition. How do you do that? That's the golden question. I mean, what I do is I look at like-for-like comparables. So I go on Rightmove and I look at house prices and I'll see what's sold recently in the street. Not what's selling. They'll say, next door's on for 110. Mine's on for 100. I don't care. They could both be worth 90,000. I don't care what next worth is selling for or what you're asking. What's the true current market value? And you're going to find that out by seeing what's actually sold in the street on a like-for-like basis. You know, speak to a valuer. Speak to independent estate agents. So, good question. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, smash the like button. I'd appreciate that. And be a subscriber. You better be subscribed. And again, I said in one of my YouTube videos before, it was a joke. I was like, you better subscribe. If you're not subscribed, I'll punch you in the throat. Maybe it was a distasteful joke. BBC, what do? They take that little clip of me saying, I'll punch you in the throat. And then they played it on BBC national television with eerie music over it. It's so messed up. Literally all I'm doing is investing in property successfully and telling other people to do the same. Media, 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 media. Come and have a conversation with me. Let's have a conversation about how bad you are. Will Fenwick says, hi Samuel, I'm 17 in school, second year at sixth form. Would you recommend going to uni to do property management? No, I wouldn't do that. That'd be a terrible thing. Or leaving education in full-time work? Yes, I would do that. Gain savings and use this to invest in rent-to-rent deals. Well, you know what you should do. You already know. Don't go to uni to study property management. I'll tell you why. Because if you want to be a property manager, you don't need a friggin' degree to do that. Guess what you need? You need to be able to manage properties. You don't need to spend £9,000 a semester for 4 years to go to university. It's a complete and utter joke. You need to actually get some experience. You need to maybe watch some YouTube videos about property management. Get some work experience. Start managing, that's what I did. Start managing properties for free for people. Gain the experience. Please don't go to university. If you want to be a doctor, go to university. Go to university. If you want to be a property investor, you want to be an entrepreneur, don't go to university. Okay, Jack. Love your content, Samuel. I'm completely new to property investing and want to get some knowledge. Which one of your training courses programs would you recommend to a beginner like me? If you're a beginner and you want to do some of my property courses, I'd start with the crash course, the Property Investors Crash Course. It's a free course. It's 2 days. It will teach you everything you need to know to get started in property. I do run some more advanced training programs, which are on our website. Samuel 365, that's £95 a month. And you have mentoring calls, coaching calls with me, mentoring calls, one-on-one calls with people that are financially free. It's £95 a month. It's very, very cheap. When you compare it to university, it's very, very cheap. But you can see them on the website. Brian Faddy. My financial success came from the day I met Mr. Peter Schiff. Oh my goodness. I have been recently getting spammed, okay? I think there's so many, I get bots on my channel. I'm pretty sure I get dislike bots and stuff as well. Like I'll do a video and then it'll all fine, and then literally within the space of 3 minutes there'll be like 50 dislikes. Suddenly will happen. It's like, I mean, listen, it's all interaction, right? It's all interaction, but it's just a little bit strange that someone would think to do that. And now I'm getting this dude spamming me. These people spamming. My financial success came from the day I met Peter Schiff, blah, 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 blah. And then they comment under their own comment with a WhatsApp number. And I'm thinking, what is this? I've been seeing this for weeks now. Why am I getting all these spam things? Maybe it's not spam. Maybe Peter Schiff is a real nice guy. So the number, the WhatsApp number that they keep saying, if you want to know more, contact this number. Guess what? I WhatsApped the number. I said, hey, I want to speak to Peter Schiff. They said, yeah, that's me. I said, can I talk? We jumped on a phone call. And it turned out to be a big, ugly scam, in my opinion. They were trying to get 5,000. In fact, I recorded the conversation, so maybe you could hear it. If you want me to upload the conversation, because I filmed it, comment below and I'll record the full conversation or part of the conversation, the highlights, because it was quite a long conversation with this spammy, scammy thing that keeps jumping on my comments, trying to get Bitcoin and binary options and stuff like that. If you want to see the conversation, comment and tell me you want to see it, and I'll publish it. Last question, Marcus Prince. Hi Samuel, after discovering your YouTube a few months ago, I refinanced a property I bought 5 years ago, and I'm in the process of getting a deal done on a new property which I'm using as a 4-bed HMO. Hey, congrats man. Sounds like you're taking mad action. Hope to meet you one day real soon, Marcus. I've heard you say you don't need a license for a 4-bed HMO, but do I need planning permission? And do I need internal fire doors throughout? Thank you, Marcus. So Marcus, you're right about licensing. Generally speaking, check with the council because some councils vary, but pretty much always, if it's a 4-bed, you will not need a license. In terms of planning and fire doors, if it's in an Article 4 area, and again, Google this. Let's say you're in Bradford, just Google, does Bradford have Article 4? And you should be able to see. And if you can't, go on the council website. And if you really can't find the information out, then call the council and say, is this area Article 4? Article 4 is in about a quarter of the country, and if it's in an Article 4 area, you're going to need planning permission to turn it into a HMO. If it's not in an Article 4 area, you won't need planning permission if it's just 4 beds. You only need planning permission if it's 7 beds or more. So check that with your council. Hey, congrats Marcus, I'm really pleased to see you winning. That's why I do this channel, you know, that's why I put out all this content, because I just enjoy helping people. I enjoy seeing people winning in property. When I started out in property, I didn't really have that many people I could talk to. The people that I could often would keep their cards close to their chest. I just vowed, you know what? When I make it in property, I'm just going to talk freely and openly and teach what I know. And I guess I kind of have made it. I'm still making it. I've done over 300 property deals. I own a castle. I'm worth many, many millions of pounds in property. But I just love doing videos and teaching people to do the same. That's why I have a training company. So I'd love to help you out. If you want to be helped, hey, watch the videos. Comment below your questions. I'll try and answer them. If you want to come down to the Property Investors Crash Course, it's free. And there's a £1 booking fee just to check you're a real person. Go down to the website, join Samuel365, samuel365.com, and you can get mentoring, coaching, training for £95 a month. Again, there's a £1 trial. You can do it for a week. There's not really a lot to lose, folks. And if you think it's a scam, is Samuel's training a scam? Is it a scam? No, it's just, it can be expensive because like any profession, you know, if you pay £95 every month, or if you do some of our advanced training where you're getting one-on-one support, physical training, you know, it can cost you a few thousand, but that's not a scam. That's just called business. It's just called, you want something, a service or a product. It's like me saying my hairdresser's a scam. They tried to charge me to cut my hair. It's like, yeah, no different. Is university a scam? Maybe it is. No. So if you want to do free stuff, do free stuff. If you want to do some paid training, you want to pay £95 a month and get some further level of support, that's also okay. It's totally up to you. What I do want you to do though, is I want you to subscribe to the channel, I want you to smash the like button, and I want you to win. So do that now. I'll see you real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out. Thanks.